Yeah, so hopefully you guys can hear me. I know it's a little windy today, but I'm going to take you along today as we get ready. We have a wedding, so I'm going to take you along and see what all we do behind the scenes to open everything up and get it ready before everyone gets here. We got the bar set up. We got to go get the tables uncovered. Don't worry about my donut. Yeah, I'll take you along here. That was uncovering the tables and air coolers. And here in a minute we're gonna go. We got to wipe some tables down. These are the buffet tables. Wipe those down and get ready for them to show up. It's gonna be a pretty laid back wedding this time. Sorry, I'm probably making you dizzy walking around. Apologize, you guys, and come back once I put these away. And we're back. Just kidding. Okay, I'm gonna do my best just throughout the day to make videos and you know edit them back together. We'll see how that goes. I'm not sure, but pretty much right now I'm just wiping things down. We had rehearsal here yesterday. Did some setup. As always, ends up taking a little extra work, having to wipe things back down and get it ready again for the next day. Or at least the people that are interested in it. Oh, I'd love to own a wedding venue. It must be awesome to own a wedding venue. It's so easy. Well, it's not. Especially when it's just my wife and I. We don't have a staff. So we are the maintenance department, we are parking attendants, we are the marketing department, we are the accounting department, the booking department, the setup staff, the trash staff, the maintenance staff, the landscapers, pretty much everything. So while it is a full-time job, it is non-stop. We do our best to try and take Sundays off because it's the Lord's Day at church. Just have a day of rest, especially for our daughter. Um, but yeah, it's non-stop. And it's very taxing, especially when there's only two of us. There is no staff. Someday, hopefully, we can employ a couple people to help out. We'd love to be able to do that, but we're not at that point yet. That's why wedding venues are on the higher end of price when you're on the higher end of a wedding budget. They are probably 30 to 40% of the wedding budget. There's a reason for that. It is very expensive to own a wedding venue. So, with that said, here at the All Barn, we try to keep prices down as best we can, but it is a very expensive venture, and so we have to price accordingly. But without having all the staff and things like that, we try to mitigate that cost and try to pass that on to our couples. And yeah, I'm just rambling at this point. It's one of my first videos, so you'll have to bear with me as I get used to talking to nobody. Eventually, I'll get some sort of apparatus that hangs on to me, so I don't have to continue to carry you guys around or multiple cameras. But for now, this is it. things too that I will say that you learn a lot of things, and the reason that venues have rules, and if you ever toured a venue or went to a venue and you saw a list of things that they allow or don't allow, there's usually a reason for that. I'll give you an example. One of the things that we don't allow is loose glitter, rice, loose candies, things like that. Because as you can imagine, trying to get glitter out of this floor, it is the original floor to the barn, which was built in 1895. So it is not your typical new construction, nice, smooth, no cracks floor. There are large cracks and things like that. So we don't allow loose glitter. It's looking for the wrong thing. Like I said, bear with me. It'll take me a while. This is all going to be raw. This is real life. This is not. So you'll see all the mistakes, all the things that we could do better, and don't be afraid to tell me because I can handle it. But I'll give you just a little look around. Hopefully you can see that. I'm just going to turn the lights on yet. Just a flick of the switch. When you're doing a wedding, there's a lot that goes behind it. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. Not just for our venue, but any venue. There are a lot of people behind the day. So that is one of my goals for you guys, is to give you a little glimpse at what goes on. Ceremony, I don't know if you can see it over there. Set up. And come along with the journey. So if you're ever thinking about, or if you're thinking about, oh, I want to start a venue, well, this will give you a little bit of an idea as to what all is entailed in that. So we'll just keep on going with the day. Our little prep shed here. Got prep counter, fridge, cooler, which is some full of things. Behind this here, turn the light on for you. There we go. Behind here is our decor room, which is kind of a mess right now because they were decorating, but there's all kinds of things that are available and free to use when you book with us. So there's that. Oh, I forgot what I was doing there for a minute. Sorry, I know it's loud. But another thing that is the constant occurrence is breakdowns. Things are old, things break, and you have to figure it out as you go. So yesterday, so loud. Give me a minute. Let me drop these off so it's not so loud for you guys. One of the things that happened, so leading up to the wedding this weekend, right now, so my wife Heidi, which you guys will meet at some point, does pottery also. Makes a lot of coffee mugs and anything really. She's amazingly creative and amazing artist. She had a very successful pottery business before we bought this, so she still does that, not as much, but right now she is doing pottery quite a bit. That's kind of what we live off of, and then you kind of just pays for itself. So it is not a you own a wedding venue, you must make a ton of money. That's not true. We make enough to live on the property and pay the bills. So we do other things too for our personal budget. But anyways, what I was saying is, right now she is doing pottery. So most of the prep work leading up to weddings, obviously she's involved in the tours and things like that. But the maintenance of the property, things leading up to it, like cleaning and after events and stuff like that. I do most of that right now. Of course, it's a team effort, and she does other things. behind the scenes, and she does help out when it is our super busy time. But right now we're allowing her to do pottery, and she loves it. And anyways, I'm getting off track. And but anyways, what happened? I had cleaned the bunkhouse, the bridal suites, and things leading up to this wedding, and she went in yesterday to restock it at about 2:30 in the afternoon. Just double check the restrooms, toilet paper, towels, those kind of things. She opened the fridge, and it was hot as could be. Well, the fridge went out down there. 2:30. They came yesterday at 4 to do rehearsal. So I had to go in there and troubleshoot it. It's broken. It's 25 years old. Just gave up the ghost. It's done. So then we had to try and get a new fridge. So thank you, Facebook Marketplace, for that find. But at 7 o'clock in the evening, I was driving to go get a fridge, and then it was replacing the fridge, making sure it worked, praying, worrying, making sure that a refrigerator that you found on Facebook Marketplace was actually going to work. So things happen all the time. You're constantly worrying, fixing, praying that everything goes smoothly. So you want to own a wedding venue, that it comes with it. These are tubs that they'll put water in for their guests. But we're gonna go back up here, get these little parking stakes as we go. Put them away. Back. Just picking up the parking stakes we put out yesterday. Came out this morning and there was a branch that fell out of the tree. Like I said, it's always something constant. Might put you guys down for a little bit and then pop back on here later. All right. Pick me up. Energy boost. So I'm trying to not talk with my teeth showing because I got shit too. So I don't smile with my teeth. Alright, we're gonna go back here and get the ceremony stuff set up. This golf cart is a lifesaver. Bumpy, but a lifesaver. And one of the other things we have in this house, on this property, not house, but is the original homestead house to the property. So that was built in 1834. We have some wedding packages that comes with that, or you can add it on, but we also like Airbnb it out. For instance, like this weekend, we have Airbnb guests that aren't associated with the wedding, so we've got shuts this corner of the property off. So we just at the driveway, so they can't access the venue portion. So it's kind of off by itself back here. But sleeps up to 12, 4-bedroom, 3-bath house that we rent out, and we have it rented out this weekend. So that adds a whole nother thing to the mix of getting ready and preparing for. And so, sorry, I gotta set you down. I gotta get this whiskey barrel. that's here for because I've got to carry the ceremony arbor from, where are we at? The red barn over there somewhere, all the way over here. So I'm gonna sit you guys down here, probably speed it up so you don't have to wait all the time. But and then we're gonna put it right there. Still gonna have to come back and wipe some stuff down back here, but let's set up for now. Okay, go over and set up the parking. Oh. Slowly but surely. My name's not sure. Oh, I just done. Down here, go down our little path that needs some parking. Coming in hot. Start to come down here to stop people and find out, one, if they're here for the wedding, that way we don't have any wedding crash, and two, to direct them where they need to go. Here's my wife, I'm not going to show her because she'll probably get upset. What's that? The one on this earth that I do it all for. Alright, we got the bridal parties here, parents are here, all the important people are here, getting ready down in the bunkhouse. I think they're doing photos right now. So I'm going to take you inside and kind of show you the barn setup that we have. And there goes Heidi. She was just taking pictures for the website. Whatnot. But and drink set up over there. And nice, simple setup. Don't think that they have a DJ. I think they have one of those karaoke Bluetooth speakers that they're going to use. Very low-key wedding. We got a pretty good cake set up here. That's what I was showing you before that had the all the loose glitter and whatnot that they're not supposed to have. But you know. And outside of the lounge, we got the cornhole set up. Can't see the other boards probably. Now they're cornhole set up. So that's the neighbors probably on the other side of those. Oops, on the other side of those white flags. It's actually that's their white barn over there, but they're also people in great ceremony. We'll walk out there here in a minute. But come down here, we're gonna have hot water and coffee. We're gonna go over here, and I'll show you the setup for the ceremony. So on wedding days, we pretty much get all the tables and chairs set up the week leading up to it. Then we do 6 hours of mowing a week. Generally, we have to do that on Wednesday, Thursday. You can't do it too early because then the grass is a little too long. Can't do it too late because you don't want all the grass shavings and everything on there. So there's a real fine line schedule that we have to keep when it comes to like mowing and things like that. But like I was telling you before, there's a lot that it takes. It's not just show up on the weekend and you're ready for weddings. It is a constant upkeep. So over here as a guest will come in off of the path over here somewhere. There you go, path right there. They'll come up that way, make their way over. We're gonna have tubs for ice and water right here, and then down here is the ceremony site. So got the aisle and the arbor set up there. I'm gonna try to hold you this way so I don't have to stop it. Turn the camera around. But nice little arbor setup. Pretty beautiful location. So back there you can kind of see the house over there, the homestead. We've actually got guests over there today, this weekend. We're not associated with the wedding, but it's all closed off. But this right here is what they're going to use for sound. So we'll see how it goes. I'll be interested to see how loud it is and whether or not it works well or not. So we will see.